next guest comes with a mess, but her news is real. Jess Hilarious, welcome to the BGS house, girl.
Thank you for having me.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You looking
so
real
do y'all
fly.
Okay.
Thank you. You know, I tried.
It's giving
y'all.
fashion.
You know, I said I wanted to look like a fly pilot, so I was like, you know, let me come in here
Okay,
today.
we about to board this flight. What you
All
said?
So Jess,
What's up?
you saved us during the pandemic. You had us cracking up in a time that was so dark. You brought light to us. So I gotta ask you, where did Jess with the Mess come from?
I've always just been like, not nosy, but nosy. You know how it is. You know, you're a female and you look at things and, you know, you see like things that people go through in the industry, and what social media has done for us these days is let us into everybody's business.
Yeah.
So that's what I do, you know, and I do commentary on it. And I say what everybody is thinking, so that's where it came from. I know that everybody be thinking it, but they don't want the feedback on what they'll get from it, you know, so
I feel like that's
where it came
something you
from.
do handle well, though. You just kind of
Absolutely.
take it in and be like, well, I said that because that's how I felt.
I know that's how a lot of y'all feel too, because y'all be having me fucked up.
That's
Right.
right.
And y'all know y'all feel like that. Everybody want to think like me, but when we get when I get canceled, it's she canceled. No, cancel yourselves with me
Right.
because y'all think the same way I think.
Right. Stand with me.
You know.
You know, you're doing a lot of big things, and just like you nosy, I can be nosy a little bit.
Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that.
So I remember you were in a very public relationship with
Oh,
author
shit,
and
yeah.
comedian Country Wayne, and you spoke about how you guys are friends now.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, how have you maintained a friendship with somebody that you feel like once betrayed you?
It took some time, honestly, but one thing about Wayne is a very spiritual person, so am I, so we connect on a spiritual level, and that's how we actually bonded in the relationship. That's what actually had us driven together for that little 6 months we were together, because it was very short-lived, but it was still, I got a lot of that. I got a lot out of that relationship. I learned patience. I learned to connect more with God and to do things more spiritually and than of the world. Wayne is a really good person. I will always say that first and foremost. He's a really good person. He be on his shit, but he a good person. So I'ma just say that and leave it how it is.
So do you feel like you can be friends with exes, or that's okay? Like, what if you dating somebody now and they say they still cool with their ex?
I'm cool with my exes because I know I'm never getting back with either one of them. But you can't be cool with yours because I don't know what's going on with
I don't know
be
how
different.
they feel.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then a lot of people got a problem with the relationship I have with my son's dad. Me and my son's dad are very, very close, and we're like more like brother and sister. And I say that a lot, and I know people be like, how the hell, that's weird and all that. But still, at the end of the day,
It's
that's
family.
my dog.
Yeah.
Can you spend the night over there?
That's my girl.
I'm just wondering.
Right, that's family. You trying
You
to
gotta
find out.
help us for people who trying to co-parent.
You know what? And that's the thing. Oh my God, because it's like, what are boundaries when you're in a relationship? But when I'm single, hell yeah, come on, baby daddy, come on over here. You know why? Because listen,
You know it's not gonna go
I
nowhere.
can walk past, and not too many people can say this, I can walk past my son's dad butt ass naked and he not look at me, not sneak a peek, not
that's
nothing.
strange.
I've never done it, but yeah, that's strange. And y'all see
No, not strange,
you know,
strange.
what I'm working with, you know what I'm saying? Because I got the little perky little titties and all that, but you know, seriously, we are literally like family, bro, like brother, sister. Like I even asked my son, you think me and your dad, you ever see us together? He like, ew, why? You know what I mean? Like
Right.
seriously, it's not that.
But relationships are super important,
Yeah.
and we know you started working with Charlamagne Tha God. So we
Yes.
want to know, how has that experience been? Because that's super dope.
No, it is. That's like a big brother of mine, honestly. That's how I got into podcasting. I didn't want to do this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't want to do this shit. Yeah, girl. I felt like I had to be in front of the camera all the time. I'm like, yo, I feel like I'm gonna fade away if people hear me versus seeing me. And Charlamagne, like, girl, you crazy as shit. Like, you are the voice of the people. You know, you are a whole business. You can encourage so many women to do so many different things, and men, and this and that. And I'm like, all right, but I remember it being in the midst of the pandemic, and girl, that's when everybody's shows stopped, venues shut down and everything, and I was hot, like, you know, selling out tours and stuff, and then when it shut down, I'm like, damn, what I'm gonna do? Because this is my bread and butter. You know, I don't have other businesses. I don't have, you know, a 9 to 5. I don't have financial security. And he was like, yo, you can make money with this. And I just did it. He had to talk me into it like 3 different times. That third conversation, I was like, shit, I'm gonna do it. And now I'm on my 3rd season of Carefully Reckless. Under iHeart and the Black Effect, you know what I'm saying? And I help, you know, I do this segment called Jess With The Mess, where people like call in or people send their voice memos.
Yeah,
into
don't put
my
me on there no
DM,
more,
and-
'cause
you
you
know,
had me on there a
okay,
couple times.
I know, I'm
You
sorry,
on there?
you know,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
to
she had
listen
me
to the
twice. And then you
episode.
zoomed in. Let me tell you something. You zoomed in on my little baby head, and I'm not gonna lie, baby D had a little. He didn't have a lot of.
It's all right.
Hell no, that's I know. Cause
and
I know you.
We didn't say
I
nothing
had
about
to laugh after I was like, hey,
You know,
hey.
I knew Tori was coming. I knew she was coming. She's like, don't play with my
put me
baby.
on
Right, that's that
Don't
little,
play with me, don't play with my
that's that little
baby.
lion.
I said, I would not play with your
Look,
baby. I just
it's
want
fun
you.
until it's your turn.
Right, that's what I always say. When Jess With The Mess and the News Real was on, people like it until it's their turn. I'd be like, shit, let me chill out, man. Let me chill out.
Well, Jess, you have been holding it down over at the Breakfast Club. I see you campaigning for a permanent position as a co-host. Can you tell us what do you think that you would bring to the Breakfast Club that they don't already have?
I honestly feel like Charlamagne, the chemistry between us is like, it's like brother and sister. I don't agree with everything he says. I'm not there to kiss his ass. I'm not there to be a yes man. Envy with his little cute ass just sit there and be like, yes, no, yes, no. It would all that, all right, that's cute and all that. But it's time to bring a different dynamic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm youthful. At the same time, I'm very educated. I'm informative. And if I have something to offer that's young, fresh, and new that could bring a whole new market back to watching Breakfast Club. If I can be that spark in it, I'm gonna do that. Just give me that back.
Your podcast, Co-Parenting Therapy, with your son and your child's father.
Oh, girl, yes.
What's that experience been like for y'all? I was actually watching it, and I did want to also ask you, like, how is your son taken to, like, being a part of your world? Like,
Ooh, okay, so now that he is 11, because he's older now. He used to be a big fan of the camera. I'm talking about when I pull out my phone, it's like, Mommy, you videoing me? And I'm like, it's not video when it's recording. Like, he went from that to, Ma, relax. I ain't trying to say nothing on camera. I ain't that type of nigga. I'm like, first of all, you ain't a nigga.
Right.
come
So
on, young
relax,
king,
you know what I'm
okay?
saying? But, we are in these times now where everything is trending and all of that. He got... he's finding who he is. He's a football player. He got friends. He got a little girlfriend. He don't think I know about, but I go through his phone, so I know everything. But yeah, so he's not a big fan of the Jess Hilarious life anymore. He's more so like, leave my mother alone. When we out in public, he's
I
like,
heard
nah.
he had to mop somebody.
Yeah, that situation really affected him greatly. Because my son has never ever been like an aggressive person physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got a little mouth, but we all got that, and then rightfully so, his mother is me. So
For those of our viewers that don't know, another kid at the school called you ugly, and your son mocked him.
That's what he said. He said
I
they mocked
mocked
him, and then they suspended my baby, and then they suspended the other kid, and I really honestly felt for the other kid, because I'm like, yo, he didn't put his hand, the other kid still didn't put his hands on you. He just said something. Kids gonna say things all day. And we say sticks and stones may, hurt your most, but words do hurt people.
Yeah.
And that hurt my son to hear him talking about me. However, it's okay to just walk away from that. You gotta be the bigger person.
It was a teachable moment.
It was
But I
a
like that you
teachable
taught
moment.
him, hey,
Yeah.
because some parents can applaud it. Like, that's
Yeah.
what you do. But I like that you said, no, baby, because I don't want to put you in, especially being a black man, we don't want to put you in a situation where they're looking at you like the aggressive person.
Absolutely, I never want to
Because
get
it could go
that.
further.
Right.
Speaking of all your podcasts, a lot of people consider you a blogger now, because Jess With The Mess, always delivering the real news. But there was another blogger that recently got hit with a $4 million lawsuit by Cardi B. Cardi B is now collecting that $4 million from Tasha K. Does that make you conscious or fearful of what you're saying when you're delivering the news?
Words can't hurt a person, but honestly, for real, Tasha K got what the fuck she deserved to me, because you have to always know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why that shit, people look at it as just a jingle or maybe a slogan, but I'm Jess With The Mess, and my news is real. It's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to do research on shit. I don't just go talking about people and don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or you got to throw that word allegedly up in there, because
Yeah.
they did.
Sprinkle
You
it like
got
some
to,
lemon pepper.
you got to cover your ass, because you can't go around just making up shit about people. And I learned that with the Chadwick Boseman incident, man. He made a video a couple months before he died, and I really just so selfishly and just so, I just was just trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? And I made a video about his weight, and then later on, when he had died, it came out that he had died, he had cancer, he had whatever it was, he wasn't doing well.
Right.
And I didn't know that, so that made me take a step back, like, shit, no, I really have to know what the fuck I'm doing and what I'm talking about when I speak on anybody.
Yeah.
You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what's happening. And you don't know how people feel at any given moment. You can make somebody go take their life with
Yeah.
what you say. So I started moving very differently and very carefully. I even retired Jess With The Mess for a while, but then I got out of my own head and I was like, you know what? This is what made me who I am. This is what the people want. Just do it, but do it differently.
Right.
Yeah.
Know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
And don't speak on shit that people can't change, like their diseases and their mental illnesses and things like that.
Yes, thank you so much for stopping by the BGS house,
I love
Jess.
y'all. Thank you.
Y'all, now BG fam, you can catch Jess right now on tour. Head over to JessHilariousOfficial.com for tickets.